Hey, it's been kind of a long time since I did a vlog, so you want to just chat with me? Let's just chat. Okay, so one thing that's been on my mind is, do I want to start the live stream on YouTube, on TikTok, whatever it might be? I do, but then I don't. I do, but then I don't. I don't know. Do you think that I should start the live stream? If I did live stream, would you watch it? Would you be there? Would you be there? So that was one question that was on my mind that I wanted to ask y'all. Okay, whether you're new here or you're not new here, please let me know in the comment section. Would you watch if I went live talking about, like, maybe I would pull some oracle cards, maybe we could just talk about spiritual things, maybe we could just chit chat about life, you know what I mean? I don't know. Would you be there? I went to the gym today and they had like these huge mirrors, and so I went in front of the mirror and before I leave, and I thought to myself, like, no matter how much I try, I always continue to see myself as I did before. And I think they call that body dysmorphia. And I did a shorter video about this. But it's really wild. Okay. Because you'll see your body. So I look in the mirror and I see my body. Or even if I stood up right now and on the camera, like, I see my body. And it seems like there's been no changes in what I've been doing in my body. But I know there has been because, like, for one, I have much more loose skin here, The same thing for my stomach. And also, I'll go into old videos and old photos and I'll be like, wow, my face was so fat. I'll see the difference in my physical body, in my body as well. However, when I look in the mirror or my reflection, it's like, where is that? You know what I mean? I guess because I look at myself every day and it's hard to see your own progress, but like, that's a whole freaking wild topic. Have you ever been in that position have you ever had that happen to you? It's just crazy, the body dysmorphia. Like, I understand how people get into, like, eating disorders. I don't know, is it complete eating disorders? Like, how some people seem like they are like obsessed with being better and better and better, more muscle, skinnier, more toned, more this, more that. You know what I mean? But like, to a point of like maybe being obsessed with it. I can see how people would get into that situation. Okay. And then when people stop eating or throwing up or whatever, you know what I mean? Those types of issues, I can see how they get into that. Now, like, I am working very hard on not getting into that. I'm processing the emotions. I'm doing emotional healing journey in parallel, in conjunction with my spiritual healing journey, okay? Because I want to heal my body. So I always want to work on my physical body. And that means putting the right things in it. Maybe not all the time, because obviously, sometimes you just get a craving for something fattening, you know what I mean? But I want to, for the most part, be more mindful of what I'm putting in my body. And then my physical health. I am going to be 40 next year, dudes. Yeah. Okay? 40. I don't know. No, I'm not going to ask. I was fucking getting ready to ask. Leave it in the comment section if you would have guessed that I was going to be 40 next year. But no. But maybe no. Maybe I don't want to hear that. I don't know. That's maybe some questions you don't need the answers to. Even though it's like curiosity killed the cat. I love cats. But like, seriously, you can't see the difference in your physical body. So like, I wonder, with the body dysmorphia, does that ever go away? And so I'm working with the emotional healing journey, the spiritual healing journey. So the emotional spiritual healing journey. mind, body, and spirit. And that's been a crazy dynamic of things. Okay, so that's been crazy in the journey. Okay, so I first started with my physical body. This was years back. I was with an ex. It was toxic AF. Toxic AF. Okay, and I was like, I started my physical healing journey as like knowing that I needed to lose weight because I was so big. I don't know how much I weighed because I was avoiding weighing myself for the longest time. I did it. And but I know now that I was well over 300 pounds. Like at first I thought that I was 300 until I actually found some information. It's like some old papers that I had it. And I found this and I realized that I was well over 300. Okay. And I started to just do little exercises at home and being more mindful of portion control. I started off with portion control. And it was hard because I had to break a lot of food addictions. Yeah. Because I was in a very toxic relationship at that time. It was very bad. Okay? It's very bad. And I'm just going to get real with you for a moment. Okay? Can we get real? I was not taking my life seriously. I didn't care whether I lived or died. I didn't care. Okay? And so I don't want to say I wasted a lot of my life, but like I could have done a hell of a lot more that I did. And I've awakened to that now. And I always want to be real with you, especially because I do psychic readings and spiritual services. I offer these services to people. And if I'm going to be your spiritual guide, psychic, I want you to know that I'm real. I want you to know that I'm not perfect either. And I'll tell you that. I'll be the first one to tell you. I'm not perfect. And I want you to know that because I think too many spiritualists out here try to book, like, make themselves into a box of being perfect. And that's just not reality, dudes. It's just not reality, okay? I've made mistakes and I'm doing the work that takes strength, okay? That takes strength. And so I want you to know that. So that way, when I give you advice, you'll know that it's coming from a place of realism. So when I first started to lose weight, it was portion control, but that was hard because I had food addiction because I was in a very bad place emotionally in my life. And I would rely on foods, the bad foods, you know what I mean? A whole bunch of snacks, little Debbie's, cheese fries, like cheese fries, um, and that's not good. There's like no difference from that and going towards a drug to take your emotional pain away. You know what I mean? And it doesn't take it away, it just numbs you to it. It puts you in a false sense of feeling okay. When deep down, that's just a band-aid on a big, gaping wound. Okay? So that took like years. It took a few years. I still am working on that sometimes, okay? And the emotional came next. The emotional, which was me addressing my confidence issues. It was me addressing how I didn't see my worth, and that led into me accepting things in my life that I should have never put myself through. Okay. And then when I started to go to therapy, yeah, I have a therapist. He's amazing, dude. He's amazing. Okay. And I'll talk about that in another video. Okay. I started to work on my emotional things. So that meant getting rid of that toxic ex, getting the fuck away from that situation, and inner child healing, parental issues, you know what I mean? And I have relationships with my parents, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not that terrible, you know. Other people got a lot worse, but you know, like we all have some mommy daddy issues a little bit, you know what I mean? Let's just be for real. Okay. So dealing with all of that led me into recognizing how I really was not seeing my worth. I was so legit not seeing my worth. That got me into the whole questioning of life, purpose, my soul, my existence. Why am I here? Which led me into realizing, obviously, I do psychic readings and spiritual services for a divine purpose. This is my mission. But also, my mission is to empower people, to let you know that life isn't all bad, even though sometimes it very much seems like it is. But it's not. And my part of my mission is to motivate people, to help people to see their worth. You know, the challenges that I've faced in my life, that's my purpose, to turn those challenges into messages to share with you, to share with you. Because if you made it this far in the video, thank you. Thank you so much. Let me know in the comment section or like this video. Like it. I've almost that heart. That's TikTok baby. Okay. But let me know that you're still here. Okay. I would love to know that you're still here. So please, will you let me know that you're still watching this? Because I just want to personally thank you in the comments. This will also let me know that you want to see more of these types of videos. So I got into a whole bunch of things like that. You know what I mean? That was like letting, when you let things go, when you let past situations, you know, toxic exes, unbalanced friendships, all the bullshit, all the baggage, when you let stuff go, you'll start to realize that new things start to come in. And I'm in a much better place in my life right now, even though physically I'm in the same space, you know, and I've ventured off. I've did other things, but home base is still the same place as I was when all of that bad stuff was happening, but I've transformed it into so much better. I am looking forward to my future now, you know. That's what's been on my mind, you know, like this, when I go to the gym, y'all, when I go to the gym, it's like for real, I am working through the bullshit, because like when I still be getting like nervous about going into the gym. Like, oh my god, what if I look fat going up there with my fucking big ass stomach, you know, like flopping everywhere? You know what I mean? That's shit that goes through my mind. I'm not immune to this, okay? I'm talking specifically to the clients who's worked with me before. I'm not immune to this either, baby. Okay, my love? All right? But I don't let that shit stop me. I don't let those fucking thoughts stop me. What? How would I look if I let some negative thoughts stop me? You know what I mean? So I walk my ass, my unconfident ass right in there, and I do it the fuck anyway. I face those fears because I ain't fierce bitch. I am not fierce bitch. I'ma make fear my bitch. Okay? Yeah. And I do it the fuck anyway. And when I'm at the treadmill, I've been doing treadmill a lot more lately. That's my jam. I love the treadmill on an incline. I think about all those negative thoughts. I let those negative thoughts come in. Come on, baby. Come on. Because I'm going to transmute you. You know what I mean? I have video that I did this video when it's like a whole bunch of manifestation affirmations. And it's the video is just like a candle going, you know, something for to focus on if I wanted to focus on it. But it's me talking in the video, giving these, and I'm so for real. I wanted to test this out. This is something new that I was thinking about offering, and I've been wanting to test this out and do some for y'all too. Okay, these would be videos that would be in the format of like in your phone, so that way you can watch it from your phone and it'll, you know what I mean, it'll take up the whole space properly. But I can do some like this too. You let me know, and I'm going to test it out a few different ways at first, but I'm going to make some for y'all because I listened to this video that I made, but I wanted to test it out. And I've been testing it out for some months now. And it's really helped. Okay. And it's just, I listen to it when I'm at the gym and it's my own voice. It's like no music. It's just me speaking the positive affirmations. It's the same affirmations that's in my manifestation journal. Okay. I have this whole journal that when I would feel excessively shitty on a very emotional day, I would read that whole journal. Take me about 20 minutes, like almost half an hour to read the whole thing. That what I've got so far. Okay. And that would totally shift my mindset. Okay. So that's what I was listening to. I'm going to be offering this soon on here, free, just like this. Okay. You're going to love it. I hope. It's a whole vibe. I transmute it. I transmute it. But that's how I've been getting through those things, you know? So I've been getting through. I'm all over the place in this video, but I love it. I've been making it because I can overthink. I've been making it my focus to allow myself some time throughout the day to do this. Sometimes I just be straight talking to myself. Yeah, in here, me, myself, and we as a collective have a conversation with one another. Okay? And I allow myself to just speak. You know, it's like the very vulnerable things that you wouldn't want to film. I do that. Just me, myself, and I. But I do that with my partner. And I do that with my friend, my bestie, Tina. And I do that for y'all in these types of videos, or I'm going to start. Because when we allow our emotions out, it's not festering within us. And so if you don't want to do videos, or if you don't have anybody that you really trust like that, okay, you can talk to yourself. It's not crazy. But also, some people have a problem with that, okay? Write a letter to yourself. Write a letter to yourself. Have a journal of you talking to yourself, not dear diary. Dear me, baby. Dear me. Dear you. Okay? Word it like you're talking to yourself because you are. And that's so important. Have conversations with yourself. Talk with yourself. How are you feeling? Literally, ask yourself that right now. Ask yourself that right now. How am I feeling? How are you feeling? That's what I've been doing. I urge you to do your healing work. Emotionally, spiritually, physically. Don't take this life for granted. There's so much that this life can offer. And I've been in places in my journey where I didn't want to be here anymore. But I'll tell you this right here, right now. This life is not all bad. This existence, yeah, there's a lot of manipulation out there in the world. Yeah, there's a lot. But it's okay. I'm talking to you right now. Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to be scared about this world or what may come of it. Not right now. Not in this moment. So ask yourself, how are you? How am I? Ask it. Ask it. I'm going to end this video. I hope you have a really beautiful day. And I hope to talk to you in the comments.